by 1936, 2592 by 1936, so you can compare that with other cameras, your own camera, etc. Now it does include zero shutter lag, so as soon as you tap the button to take your picture, it takes it. It's pretty amazing. I was really impressed. The only thing is, if you do that, it does suffer in quality. It'll be the same resolution, but because it doesn't have time to focus, it doesn't take as great of a picture. That's why I typically use the manual focus. All you have to do is tap on the screen. It'll focus, and then you can tap. It'll still be the zero shutter lag, but it'll give it time to focus first. So that's good. Overall, the camera quality is okay. It's not great, it's not bad, it's just okay. If you're buying this and you're really going to be dependent upon the camera, I don't know. You might wanna take a pass at it or look at examples yourself, because it's not the best. My Droid X was definitely a leap and bound ahead of this one, but I hardly ever use my camera anyway, so it wasn't a big deal for me. It wasn't a deal breaker. We also have the speaker down here. It's very small. It's not very loud. It tends to get very badly distorted when you're using speakerphone, which causes echo due to the vibration and distortion of the sound. It actually vibrates the phone, which can cause feedback on the other line. So not the greatest speaker in the world, but it works. And then along the bottom you have your 3.5mm headphone jack, a microphone for which there are multiple throughout the entire phone for noise canceling and all that, and then you have your micro USB slot right there. Now, as far as what's under the hood, you can get it in either 16 or 32 gig storage. There is no expandable storage, which they got a lot of crap for, and they should, because that's always been a good thing with Android. I'm not really sure why they did that. It's pretty disappointing, though. It does have a dual-core 1.2 GHz Cortex A9 processor with a PowerVR SGX 540 GPU. What does that mean? Basically, it means it has two cores, each clocked at 1.2 GHz, and a dedicated graphics processor. They're not the best. Neither of them are. There are better ones out there, but in terms of apps and a mobile phone operating system, it is perfectly fine. It's great. And it also has Android OS 4.0.2 for now. Eventually that's going to get upgraded to 4.0.4. They're skipping over a few and updating right to 0.4. And it also has the standard jazz, your accelerometer, your gyro, your proximity sensor, your compass, your barometer, and your GPS. Now, on to the good stuff. Android 4.0.1 Ice Cream Sandwich. I introduced to you stock Android Ice Cream Sandwich. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is stock Android. This is not a take of Android. There's no manufacturer tampering or modifications with this version of Android. This is stock Android straight from Google. It's great. And one of the big things about Ice Cream Sandwich is an integrated experience with ice cream tablets, and I actually have it on my Zoom. It's very nice. They look very similar. It has a similar layout and features, and it is quite nice. And this is Android the way Android is meant to be experienced. That was the worst thing with my Droid X, was the fact that it came with Moto Blur or Ninja Blur or whatever they want to call it. I don't really care. In my eyes, it's just called crap. But you don't have to deal with any of that with this phone. This is the main reason I ended up picking this phone over everything else. It's very speedy, it's very smooth, even with quite a few apps and widgets on here. It's still pretty darn fast. It is a little laggy at times. You can see the images are not appearing for the widgets as fast as I'm scrolling. Not really a big deal. The battery life on 3G is acceptable. 4G is terrible. If you live in a 4G area, your phone will not last you the day. Now, with my since I'm on 3G and with my extended battery, I can actually max my screen brightness so I can really take advantage of that Super AMOLED HD display, and it'll still get me through the day without a problem. If I was on 4G, even with my extended battery, I would not be able to max my brightness. But in comparison to other 4G phones, it's really about the same. The Super AMOLED is a pretty efficient display. It is a little more power consuming than your typical display, but really it's not that bad. All in all, it's an average battery life. It's not bad, it's not great. Okay. The Contacts app is now the People app. This integrates directly with your Google account. So all of your photos, all of your numbers, everything is going to pop up right from your Google account, which is very nice if you're upgrading. And I just got an email from YouTube. The notification drawer is the same. And they added contact cards. So if you tap one of these contacts, you'll see you have all kinds of information available to you in a business card like fashion, and you can slide through these different information: emails, phone numbers, map, all that kind of stuff. Another big difference is the fact that your app drawer now also contains your widgets. If you notice, if I tap and hold on the desktop here, all I can do with that is change my wallpaper. That's it. That's the only thing. Everything is now managed through your app drawer. Here's all your apps, and if you see, if I keep going, I switch right to the widgets, and there are also 2 tabs up at the top here to switch back and forth. You just tap and hold and drag it to one of your desktops. The only thing this really doesn't have, since it's Google's flagship phone, is Google Wallet, and that's supposedly because of a Verizon competing service, but there is an APK floating around, which I'll put a link in the description area below, and it's allegedly safe and untampered. I haven't installed it myself, and if you want to, you're definitely welcome to, but I'm going to wait a little bit until something more official pops up. So, to wrap up, let us wrap up here. It's got a smooth, slick interface. It's got a unified experience thanks to Ice Cream Sandwich. It's got an amazing form factor, the actual physical phone itself, an unbelievable screen, best screen I've ever seen on a mobile device yet. Definitely go to your local Verizon store and pick one up to look at. It's really, the first time you see one, it's quite amazing. There's no manufacturer meddling, easy for me to say, and it's a developer phone, so you're going to get lots of support for apps, and you can ROM it and flash it to your heart's content, and there's very, very little risk because of the fact that it's a Google phone, and you can look up instructions on all that stuff. Some cons here. Some users are experiencing issues. This should be fixed with 4.0.4, but there's no kind of a release date or expected date for that, so not really any way for me to tell. But just so you know, some users are experiencing some glitches and issues. The back is kind of slippy, so you might want to grab a case. I'm not really worried about it. I'm a complete spaz with my phones, so I'm usually okay with no case and no screen protector. My Droid X looks like it just came out of the box yesterday, and I've had that for like 2 years now. So, and temporarily, hopefully there's a lack of accessories like a car dock that supports the 3-pin connector. I don't know if that's going to change or not. You're going to have to ask Samsung about that one. It's pretty disappointing though. I'm aggravated because I would have snagged up a 3-pin connector car dock really quickly. The camera lacks general quality. Like I said, it's not bad, it's not great, it's just kind of there. It's good. The video quality is pretty nice though, and it has low distorted volumes. Again, supposedly that's supposed to change with 4.0.4, but that seems kind of odd to me. So, that's it for this review. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and got all the information you need from it. If not, definitely feel free to send me a message or slam a comment down below. I answer every single comment that I can. Thank you all so much for watching, and keep an eye out for other reviews by me in the future, or check out some of my previous reviews. And I will see you next time.